So here we are, gentle flow. Thanks for coming. Go ahead and lay down on the back and we'll get started. We're on the side. So comfortable position on the back. Mute everybody here. If you're just arriving, it's gentle flow and we're starting on the back with a centering meditation. Any comfortable position that works for you to rest for a little bit. Closing your eyes and tuning in to how you feel today. Taking a body scan. And everything else outside the space dissolves away. Start to relax across the brow line, cheekbones, lower jaw, shoulder blades relaxing down onto the back, into the floor. You feel the whole back body, or whatever parts of the body are touching the floor, are melting, resting, dissolving. Start to tune into the natural flow of your breath today, moving in and out of your nose. Just noticing the flow of the breath and staying focused on that. Good. And we're going to take the hands and rest the hands anywhere on the body that feels good today. Hi, Amy. Resting the hands on the body, feel that connection of the hands into the body and receive that healing warmth from your own hands. Anything you want to offer to yourself from yourself, invite that into your mind, and energetically you send it to yourself through the connection of your hands to the body. And it's nice to set an intention for your practice today. What do you want to cultivate here in this time that you've taken for yourself? Let the intention help inspire the effort you put into practice today. On your next inhale, breath, reach the arms overhead, take a long stretch from toes to fingers, feel the length of the body. Good. We're gonna hug the knees in, give yourself a squeeze, give yourself a little hug. And then take your time to roll over onto your right-hand side and resting on your right-hand side for a minute with the head resting in the crook of the arm. And then you can extend your left leg out straight to help you get some momentum and use your left hand to help press you up. And then cross your left ankle in front of your right shin and find your cross-legged Sukhasana. You can sit on the ground or you can sit on a blanket or a prop if you need to. Your back feels tight. So we're gonna come up to sit tall and inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, reaching up, look up, and exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. And we're bringing the thumbs to connect to the center of the chest. Shoulders relax, elbows drop down toward the outer hips. And we're going to honor each other and this practice and connect through the chant of one Om on the exhale. Interlacing the fingers, press the palms forward and up, get nice and long. Feel the space of the palms reaching up toward the sky, and we're going to sway a little bit side to side. You feel the connection of the sitting bones into the ground as you sway. And then as you inhale, press the palms up, and exhale, release your hands down toward the floor. Walk your hands forward. Let the chin move down toward your body, and the sitting bones are dropping down toward the floor. You can rock the torso side to side. And then you're going to walk the hands back a little bit and come up onto tented fingers. And we're going to drop the shoulders on the inhale. We're going to arch the upper back and look up. And then on the exhale, press your hands and round the spine, chin toward chest. And we'll work with that a couple times with this movement of the spine. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. And then exhale, press, belly in and round. Inhale one more time, looking up. And exhale, round and walk your hands towards your ankles and take your hands back behind you with your palms facing your lower back. Let the pinky fingers touch. Let the shoulders come together on the back. You're going to spread the upper chest, spread the collarbones, look up toward the sky, take an inhale, and exhale, drop the chin and squeeze the knees in, uncross, cross the opposite ankle on top, flex your feet and stretch your arms forward and up. Interlace the non-habitual finger on top and press the palms up toward the sky. And then you can sway a little bit back and forth. Feel the side ribs opening. Let your chin drop a little so the nose is in alignment with the belly button. And then as you inhale, let's look up toward the hands. And when you exhale, we're going to take a cactus arm and turn gently to the right. Take your right hand back behind you, left hand to the outer right thigh. Look over the right shoulder and hold there for a moment. This outer left knee moves down toward the ground, any amount. And the shoulders relax away from the ears. And then on your inhale, reach the arms forward and up. And exhale, cactus arms, gently twisting to the left. Take your right hand to the outer left thigh. Look over your left shoulder, keeping those shoulders dropping away from the back of the head. And the back of the skull is lifting up just a little bit. And then as you inhale, you're going to reach forward, reach up, give the palms a press, keep the palms pressing and extend the arms forward. Start to lean back, squeeze the knees in, step the feet on the ground. You can take your feet forward a little bit. Keep pressing the palms, reach the fingertips forward and then reach the arms up. Inhale, reach up toward the sky. And then on the exhale, take a cactus arm, let the knees open, bring your soles of feet together. Take your hands alongside the hips. Use your hands on the ground to lift up your hips a little bit. Good, and then lower down, hands in front of the shins. We're gonna work again with some spine movement. So we're gonna inhale to arch the spine, open your eyes wide, and then exhale to round the spine, chin toward chest. You can move a few times with your own breathing. Inhale to lengthen and look up, and exhale to round. And you can use your hands on the front of the shins to traction a little bit. And inhale, shoulders drop, lift the chest, and exhale. We're gonna round. Good, and then start to lean the chest forward, walk the hands forward, come into this Vata Konasana forward fold, and the hands can be on the ground or the hands could cup your toes. And you spread the center of your chest toward your toes, and then let the chin drop toward your body. And you breathe into the space of the back ribs. And as you exhale, you may feel the tip of the tail carving down toward the earth. And as that tailbone drops toward the earth, you're gonna draw the belly in and come up to sit. Bring your heels closer toward your midline, and then bring your left knee over across the body so that you rest this left ankle on the arch of your right foot. And you're gonna walk your hands around onto your mat. Palms come onto the mat, look over your right shoulder, and just stay there and breathe for a moment. The inner thighs are deepening toward the front of your mat. You breathe smooth and steady through the nose. And then slowly walk your hands back to center. Bring your knees back to center and let the knees fall to the left. They point pretty drastically to the left. And you rest that right ankle on the left arch of the foot. Walk your hands around. Bring your palms onto the mat. Look over your left shoulder for a couple of breaths there. And then again, you feel like those inner thighs are deepening forward toward the front of your mat. Shoulder blades are dropping. Good. And then slowly walk your hands back to center, stamp your feet on the ground. We're gonna cross either ankle on top and come into tabletop position. You're gonna find your way onto all fours. If your knees are bothering you, use a blanket. I also like to have the blocks ready at the front of the mat in case you need them. We will use them. Let's find our way onto all fours, and instead of cat and cow, just gonna gently wag the tail from side to side. Tops of feet are resting. There's a little lift of the back of the head. And then you walk your hands forward just a little bit, and then we're gonna start to emphasize this movement a little more, letting the hips go to the left. Look over your right shoulder. And then let the hips go to the right a little more. Look over your left shoulder. Do it a couple times. A little softness in the elbows. Good. That little lift of the back of the head. And then what we're going to do is start to circulate. So as you go over to the right, you're going to send the hips back toward the heels, and then rotate and scoop the tail toward your left elbow. Bring your heart forward, and very gradually you can make those circular movements. Bringing the heart forward, bringing the hips back. You can even close your eyes and tune into how this feels in your body, where it might feel interesting or comfortable to pause for a moment. And when you bring your heart forward next, take a pause, hug your elbows in, and come down just a little bit to a little micro push-up, like a half chaturanga. Keep the front of the chest lifting, and then press the arms straight and start to circulate the hips in the other direction. So the tail goes toward your right elbow, and then swirling the hips over to the left, and then back toward the heels. Do it a few times. Tune into the flow of the breath. The jaw remains soft. The soft palate of the mouth is very light and spacious feeling. And then when the hips come back toward the heels, take your knees very wide, big toes touch. Come into a Balasana, child's pose. You can inch your hands forward as much as feels possible for you, and let the forehead rest toward the floor or block. And relax here across the heart, across the upper back. Anything you want to release into the floor, could do so. And we're going to feel the tops of the feet resting as you start to walk your hands to the right, whatever amount. You can draw your belly up over your right thigh. Unless you're pregnant, you don't want to do that. There is someone pregnant here. It's not me. Good. And then you're going to walk your hands back to center. Walk your hands over to the left. So you feel a little ringing out on that left side. And you can look under your left underarm and breathe along the right side body. Good. The throat is soft. And then walk your hands back to center. When you inhale, come forward. And then exhale, press back. Let's do that just a couple times, that simple forward and back movement. Inhale forward, back of head can lift. And exhale, pressing back. You can either have your knees wide apart, or you can take your knees a little closer together. Good. We'll do one more forward. Option to bend your elbows and come down to a little micro chaturanga push-up. And then press the arms straight. Curl your toes under. You can bring your knees a little closer to about hip width. We're going to send the hips up and take a downward dog with knees bent. And you can pedal your feet, lifting one heel at a time. Open up the backs of those legs. Come back to the smooth and even quality of the breath. Through the nose. Good. Shaking the head a little bit, yes. And then let's go ahead and come forward into plank. Bring your knees down, come into tabletop position. Toes are tucked. Take your blocks at the highest height. Blocks at the highest height underneath your hands. Extend your right leg back with the toes tucked under, and send your heel actively toward the back of the mat. The ball of the foot is pressing and the center of the heel is drawing straight back, so you're opening up the calf. Inhale, look up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to slide the knee toward your face, a little rounding of the upper back. Hoist that right foot in between the hands. So the right knee is over the heel. Take the top of that left foot flat. Reach the arms forward. We take this mini crescent lunge with the left hip more or less over the knee. And we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, let the arms come down. And then inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, arms are going to come down. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, release the arms down. Take your hands back to the blocks. Take your left block forward a little bit. Take your right hand around onto your lower back and look to the right. This right sitting bone wraps around toward the left sitting bone. Good. And then you're going to reach your right fingertips with the right thumb up. Reach them straight back toward the back of your mat. And then cartwheel your right arm up and overhead. Place your right hand back on the block. The left block comes under the shoulder. The right leg is going to go straight back with the toes tucked under, and send that heel again straight back toward the back wall. Now you can keep your left block at a high height, or you can take it to one setting lower and plant your palm. You're going to spin your outer right heel down to the ground. We're going to open our right arm up into this version of Gatekeeper Pose. There's a line from that left front shin to the top of the left foot. And you can look up at your right hand, push through your right foot and inhale. Exhale, make a fist with your right hand. Bring your fist toward your front right chest. And then release your right hand down to the block. Swing your right heel over the toes. Take that left block to a higher height if it wasn't already, and you can release your right knee. Touch the big toes, stand up on the knees, shake your hands off. Good. Interlace your fingers, push the palms forward and up, get nice and long. And you can look up toward the hands, and then let the nose come over the navel, and then sway a little bit side to side, stretching through the side waist. And you're feeling the base of the palm move up toward the sky. The inner thighs are moving toward the back wall a little bit. And as you inhale, come back to center, look up, exhale, cactus arms. With containment of the belly, we release our hands down to the blocks again, tuck the toes under. You're going to extend your left leg straight back and send that heel straight back. So you want to search for a little stretch in the calf. You feel it in that left calf. Yeah. Really trying to bring that center of the heel down toward the earth a little bit. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, you press your hands to the blocks. You bring your knee toward your face. You can round a little bit through the upper back and hoist that left foot in between the hands. So the right knee is about under the hip. Come on up, and you can reach your arms forward and up. We're going to inhale, reach up, exhale, let the arms drape down like wings. And then inhale the arms forward and up through space. Exhale, the arms float down. The left foot firmly connects to the ground. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, release the hands down to the blocks. Take your right block forward a little bit, and then bring your left hand around to your back. Good. You can look over your left shoulder. You could look down toward your left hip crease. The left hip crease and sitting bone wrap around toward the right sitting bone. And you keep pushing through the ball of your left foot. Good. Yeah. We're going to take one more inhale, and then exhale, release your left hand. Bring your right block back under the shoulder, and then slide that left leg straight back with the toes tucked under. Take a moment to send that heel straight back and down. And then you're going to take your right block. You can either keep it at the highest setting, or you can try one setting lower, and then place your right hand on that big rectangular space of the block. And then spin the outer left heel down and open your left arm up. You can either have that right foot tucked, or the foot can lay flat, whatever feels best. Contain your ribs in. Inhale, and exhale, make a fist with your left hand, bring it to the front of the chest, and then release that left hand down. Slowly return your left knee back. And you can take the blocks and place them aside. You're going to sit back toward the heels, take your knees a little wider, come down onto your elbows, walk your elbows forward as much as you feel you can. Prayer hands. You can open your elbows a little bit, start to melt your forehead down toward the ground. And then you point your fingertips toward your tailbone. You can even use your fingertips to kind of massage a little bit on the tops of your neck and upper back. If that felt good. Feeling that opening from the tips of the elbows back through the hip creases. Good. And then we're going to plant the palms onto the ground, and we're going to inhale to bring the heart forward, and exhale, send the hips back any amount. Just do that a few times. Inhale, you wave forward, spread the fingers wide, and then exhale, you glide the hips back. Pads the fingers are gripping. One more inhale, waving forward. Exhale back, tuck your toes underneath. You can either stay with this child's pose with the toes tucked, or lift your knees. Take another downward dog and pedal your feet out again. Shaking the head a little bit, no. Breathing there through the nose. Good. And then we're gonna lift the heels and come on to tiptoes. Start to walk your feet all the way toward the top of your mat. It may take many steps. You can always use your blocks under your hands if that feels supportive for you. Come into a forward fold, bending your knees as much as you need to. So let the head hang. You can peek down and see that the second toes are about parallel. And then bend the knees a little more, push through the feet, drop the tail, slowly come up. And just come on up to Tadasana with the arms alongside the body, fingertips very subtly reaching toward the outer heels. And we're gonna roll the shoulders a couple times. Shoulders rolling up. And as the shoulders roll down, you can bend your knees. And we'll do that. Inhale, shoulders roll up. Exhale, shoulders drop. Inhale, shoulders roll up. Exhale, they drop. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let the arms come down, bend your knees. Inhale, reach up, big circle. Exhale, bend. Good, inhale, reach up, big full circle. Exhale, bend, and take your hands to your hips. You're gonna shift into your right foot. You're gonna point your left toes forward, touch the left toes to the ground. And then slide your left foot back and spin the left heel down. We're gonna come to warrior two. So it's gonna be about heel to heel alignment. Find your feet rooting into the ground and then drift the arms up and straighten the front leg on the inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend, let the arms come down. Good, inhale, straighten and float the arms up. Exhale, bend your right knee, let the arms come down. One more time, inhale, floating up. Exhale, bend. Pause here and just take your right hand on top of the right thigh. Keep your right hand resting on top of the right thigh very lightly. You can swing your left arm up alongside the ear and reach the left fingertips overhead a little bit toward the front of the room. Good. And then start to look down towards your right foot. Take your hands to your hips. Heel toe that back foot in once or twice, and then step toward the top of your mat. Bring your arms forward, give the palms a press. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, cactus arms. You're gonna bend your knees quite a bit and fold forward, and your hands can come down to the blocks or all the way to the floor, or you could wrap your hands behind the calves. Take an Uttanasana. Inhaling through the belly. You can exhale, let it out in your mouth. Good. You can let the shoulders just kind of relax as much as you can in that fold. And then you're gonna press through the feet, drop the tail slowly, come on up. Finding that Tadasana. And then you're gonna reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, open the arms down, bend the knees. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, rotate, bend the knees. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, rotate, bend the knees. Take your hands to your hips. You're gonna shift into your left foot and you can point your right toes forward and touch them on the ground. And then slide your right foot back, find warrior two. The back foot is about a 45-degree angle. Left knee bends over the heel. Warrior two, we're gonna right away, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend, let the arms come down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach up, tailbone drops. Exhale, bend. And we're gonna release this left arm straight. Release your hand toward your left thigh and you slide it toward the knee, but it's not on the knee. It's a little closer toward the knee. And then swing that right arm up alongside the ear. Reach the right fingertips overhead. Keep pressing through that left foot. Good. Right shoulder secures on the back. 1 more inhale. Exhale, right hand to your hip. Look down at your left foot. You can press through that left foot and you can heel toe that right foot in a little bit and then step toward the top of your mat. Interlace the fingers, push the palms up toward the sky. lift the heels, come up onto tiptoes. So you balance, strengthening the ankles. And we're going to inhale, exhale, lower the heels, soften the shoulders, release the arms down. We're going to fold forward again. Now, as you fold, your hands can come onto your lower back, and you can keep the hands on the sacrum, or you can interlace the fingers and let the arms peel away from the back, if that feels okay. Or you can take your hands to your blocks. Nice anchored feet to the earth. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the blocks. Take your blocks at the highest height. Blocks at the highest height. We're going to step the left foot back. Right knee is over the heel. Bring your right knee down. Lift your heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lift the left thigh. Look toward your knee. Spin your left heel down. You're going to press your right leg straight and fold over that right leg with the hands on the blocks. And the hands don't have a lot of pressure on the blocks. Very light connection. It's the feet that are really strong on the ground. The right sitting bone moves straight back. One more exhale, letting that left rib wrap around toward the belly. And then bend your right knee. Step that back foot forward. Look forward. You can have your blocks under your shoulders and step your right foot back. You're gonna do the same things, touching that right knee down, lifting the heart, looking up, and then lifting the back thigh. Spin your right heel down. Start to straighten the front leg and fold. Peeking toward that left hip. Blocks are there to support you. The outer right foot connects to the earth. And then bend the front knee, drop the right knee down, slide the left leg back. You're gonna sit back onto the base of the seat and swing the legs around and extend the legs out straight. You can move your blocks kind of forward and out of the way. So we're gonna flex the feet. We're gonna bring that right heel toward the sitting bone. Let your right knee open to the right. The right foot is gathering high up to the left inner thigh, and the inner thighs are moving down to the floor. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up, look up, and then exhale. You're gonna reach your hands forward. You're reaching toward that left foot. If the hands don't touch the foot, that's fine. They can touch the floor or the ankle or the calf. The center of the sternum is moving toward the foot, and you fold any amount. Starting to slowly, gradually bring your forehead down toward that left shin over time. Good. Now let's move with the breath. We're gonna drop the tail, inhale, reach on up. Exhale, we're gonna fold and reach toward that left foot. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, we're gonna fold. You can take your right hand toward the outer left ankle or foot. Do a little bit more of a turn so you look to the left. Good. Breathing for a moment or 2 more. And then you're gonna feel the tail drop, start to slowly sit on up. Step your right foot onto the ground, give it a press. And wrap your arms in front of that right shin. Just give a little hug. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your nose toward your right knee. Hold there, kind of in this little hug. Let your left knee open to the left. Bring your left heel toward your right foot. And then as you sit up, bring your right foot in front of this left ankle and hug that left heel toward the sitting bone. And then you're gonna take your right arm on the inside of the knee. You can take your right foot to the toes. And then you're gonna turn to take your left hand behind you. Hug your right knee into your right arm. Very good. Yep. Excellent. And you're sitting up tall and breathing there. Good. One more inhale. Exhale back to center. Now cross your right ankle on top. Start to fold forward. It's a Sukhasana forward fold. So any cross-legged seated position where you take a forward fold, any amount, inching the hands forward, flexing the feet a little bit, and a little sway side to side is always welcome to bring the breath more fully down to the back ribs. Good. And then let's walk the hands back toward the ankles. Use your hands on the outer knees to bring the knees in. We're going to step the feet on the floor and then slide the legs out straight. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, reach up. Exhale, hug this left knee, heel in toward the sitting bone, and then let the left knee fall open. Gather the left foot high up to the inner thigh. And the inner thighs are moving down toward the floor. And we're going to inhale to reach up. And then exhale, reach toward your foot or ankle and fold over that right leg. We're going to move in a flow 2 more times. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale to fold, and let's stay in the fold. Anywhere you're at, hands could be framing this front foot or they could be touching the foot. You can look to the right. You could take your left hand to the outer right ankle or foot and emphasize that twist a little, but don't force. You're gonna breathe and stay a couple of breaths there. Good. Nice. And then dropping the tail slowly, slowly. We're gonna come all the way up. We're gonna step this left foot on the ground and you're gonna wrap your arms in front of the shin. Give a little hug, let your nose come down, let your forehead or your nose come down toward the knee. And you're kind of just squeezing and folding this left leg very deeply. And then you let your right toes fall open to the right. You're gonna bend the right knee and bring the right ankle to the front of the foot, left foot. Sit up a little taller. Gather that right heel toward your left sitting bone. Take your left foot in front. And then you're gonna take your left arm inside the knee, turn, right hand back behind you. Your left hand could touch the foot or the ground. And you look over your right shoulder for this kind of open belly rotation of the upper back, ribs. Let the shoulders melt down a little more. That left sitting bone's carving toward the ground, but it's not going to touch the ground. Good. And then we're going to unwind back to center, and you can cross that left ankle. Either you can bring that left ankle on top of the right, or you can just cross it in front of the shin and fold forward into that Sukhasana forward fold. And again, a little rocking movement side to side. Yep. Breathing there, breathing. Feeling the front body soften toward the front of the spine. And then let's drop the tail, let's come on up, and we're gonna use the hands on the outer knees to lift the knees and uncross, and we're gonna open the legs out to a V. Now this could be like a big wide V, or it could be a little shorter depending on how you feel. Shift to one sitting bone and drag the other sitting bone back, shift to the other, drag the other sitting bone back. Just find a place you can be connected down through both sitting bones. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up. We're gonna exhale, let the arms come down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, arms shower down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, arms shower down. Now turn your sternum and your ribs to the right, looking toward your right foot. Walk your hands forward, any amount folding over that right leg. The left inner thigh is moving toward the earth. The left sitting bone may lift off the ground a little bit. Any amount you can fold over that right leg. Stay and hold for a breath or 2. Soft jaw, soft eyes. Very slowly, you're gonna walk the hands back up and walk your hands back to center. Turn so that your sternum faces your left foot. Start to fold. Hands can frame the shin or the ankle, or you can wrap your hands around the foot. And you start to fold and gradually bring your forehead toward that left leg, any amount. The right sitting bone may lift a bit off the ground. Connect to the breath. And slowly, slowly, we're gonna walk the hands back to center. Take your hands under your thigh bones, where the kind of back of the knee meets the hamstring, and lift up. So the knees lift up toward the sky. You're gonna slide the feet in, hold for a second, balancing here. Flex your feet, drop the shoulders. Inhale, look up. Exhale, heels to the ground. Extend your legs out and fold forward toward Paschimottanasana. So the balls of the feet are touching. And let's go ahead and move with the breath. Press your hands to your shins, and we're gonna inhale, sit up. And then exhale, open your elbows and fold your heart toward your feet. And twice more. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press and lift up. Exhale, fold. And pause a breath or two. Paschimottanasana. Softening across the collarbones. Softening across the brow line. And then very slowly, we're gonna come up to sit and bring your feet on the floor, and we're gonna roll to the right-hand side. We're gonna come all the way onto the right-hand side with the right arm reaching up alongside the ear. Rest your right ear on the arm. Take your left hand onto your hip. The knees and the feet are stacked. We're gonna keep that outer right leg connecting to the ground, and we're gonna hover the left leg off that right leg, just an inch or so. So there's still a line from your left hip to the knee to the foot. We're gonna start to do some bicycling with that left leg. Knee comes up toward the body, and then you press the left leg straight, and just work with a few bicycles, see how that feels. It can be a small movement, or it can be a larger, big circle. The upper body and jaw and face are relaxed. You're using your leg muscles, your core muscles a little bit to stabilize yourself. And just move very slowly, like you're pedaling the leg through like Jello, or very thick, like salt water. Very slow pedaling of that leg and breathing. And this right outer leg is really doing some work to strengthen and stabilize you. And then as you bring that left heel back toward the sitting bone, reach down with your left foot and see about catching the top of that left foot. And we'll try to work with a little front of the quadricep opening here. So the center of that left knee is lengthening away from the hip. The left shoulder is coming onto the back, and you give that foot a little press. And the hand is in the foot is in the hand. Good. One more inhale and exhale without slingshotting. We're gonna release, and we're gonna roll onto our back. And then we're gonna roll onto the left-hand side, reaching that left arm up, left palm on the ground. Stack your knees, stack your feet. The right hand's on your hip, and you start to circulate. Now, I didn't say this on the other side, but if it feels like really challenging to have the hand on the hip, you can always put your right hand on the floor to support you as you bicycle. So just do a few slow bicycles, connecting to your breath. Very good. That outer left leg is kind of working there to support you, getting strong. And then the next time that you swing that right heel toward the sitting bone, reach down for the top of the foot, and you're gonna press the foot into the hand into the foot, and try to lengthen the center of that knee away from the hip and stretch out the quadricep, just with gentle effort. One more inhale, fills the belly. Exhale, we're gonna release. We're gonna come onto the back. Come onto your back, feet on the floor. Hug your knees in. Good. I think you can be on the back for a couple. We're just gonna do a figure four. Right ankle on top of the left thigh. Thread the needle. Take your hands in the knee crease or the front of the shin. Feet are flexed. Figure four. Let's hold there. Shoulders melt into the ground. You can rock a little bit side to side. Good. If it feels okay, you can extend the left sole of the foot toward the sky. Have your hands behind a thigh bone. Good. And we'll take one more inhale, hug the legs a little closer, and exhale and cross, come into full happy baby. Elbows on insides of knees, hands are on the ankles or the feet. Soles of feet face the sky. Shoulders drop. And we stay for a little bit, evening out hips. Breathing fully through the nose and remembering your intention for practice. And then releasing the feet, bring the knees together. Let's take the opposite figure four, left ankle on top of right thigh, thread the needle, hands in the knee crease or the front shin, or go ahead and extend that right foot up toward the sky and have your hands in that right hamstring or knee crease. Both feet are flexed. Inner thighs are spiraling toward the front of your mat. You can gently rock a little bit. Good. Take one more inhale, legs in, exhale and cross, full happy baby again. Shoulders drop. Nice line of light from crown to tail. Good, and then we're gonna release the feet. We're gonna roll all the way again onto the right-hand side. And this time, instead of the right arm overhead, as you roll to the right-hand side, you can extend the arms out and touch the palms on top of each other into a prayer. And this is a fine place to stay, especially for the prenatal participant. The left arm can open across the body. You can even do this to whatever degree is available. And you can bring your left elbow to rest on the ground, or you can open your left arm up and come a little more toward the twist without force, and look over your left shoulder. Try to relax in the hips as much as you can. Let's do a little flow here. We're gonna inhale, look at that left hand. We're gonna exhale, close the left arm over and roll back over onto the right. Let's do it a couple times. Inhale, we'll open, left arm across the body. Exhale, we'll close. Inhale, we'll open. Exhale, we'll close. And look between the hands, and then inhale, we'll open and stay for a breath or so with the softness in the elbows. And the face can fall to the left. Pausing there to breathe for a couple of rounds. Where can we relax and let go of gripping? Good. And then slowly you're gonna close your left arm across the body again, coming onto the right hand side. And then you're gonna come onto your back, bring your feet on the ground. And then you're gonna go over to your left hand side, same thing. Arms are gonna come out and stack the palms. Rest your left temple down to the ground, or you can use a blanket or a block under your temple if your head feels kind of awkward there. We're gonna inhale to peel the right arm open. We're gonna do the flow and this twisting. Open that right arm out, any amount. Exhale, close the right arm over on top. Inhale, open. Inhale, opening across into the twist. Exhale, close. Inhale, opening. Good. Exhale, close. And then inhale, opening to the twist, and then you can stay wherever you're at with it, with the gaze falling over toward the right. Or if your neck bothers you, it could stay neutral. Close your eyes and take a little scan of your body. Shoulders soften away from the back of the skull. The teeth unclench. Good. And then you're going to close that right arm over, lay on your left hand side for a moment, rest on the left hand side. And then make your way back onto your back. Bring the feet mat width distance apart. Let the knees knock into touch for constructive rest. And you can, if this gets too much, just go right on your side, or you can put a block under your lower back, or you could put a blanket like underneath your, give yourself a little like more raising of your upper body. We're going to take constructive rest for a little while, and the hands are going to rest on your body anywhere that feels good. And you're going to soften as much as you can through the inner thigh groin, and we'll take some pranayama, some breathing. Through the nose. We're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a moment. And we're going to exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold at the bottom for a moment. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty out. Just come back to your normal breath, flow of the breath, in and out of the nose. And start to gently windshield wiper the knees a little bit side to side. Massaging the lower back into the floor. We're going to take the next few moments to find your way toward Shavasana. Any final movements or poses that you want to take are welcome. Otherwise, it's time to come down and cover up clothing, socks, blankets, get yourself very comfortable, supported. Find the very essential posture of Shavasana. Able to relax. Able to soften as much as you can. Nothing else you have to do, nowhere you have to go. Just to Feel the space in the joints. Let the light of your prana, your life force, flow through all the cells. Sharing a Hafiz poem this morning called When the Violin. When the violin can forgive the past, it starts singing. When the violin can stop worrying about the future, you will become such a drunk, laughing nuisance. The sun will then lean down and start combing you into its hair. When the violin can forgive every wound caused by others, your soul will start singing. When we arrive in a gratitude practice for this morning, your contentment practice for today, what do you have to be grateful for? What worries can you let go of? And you return to the breath, deepening the breath, the connection to prana, the life force within you and all of us. Honoring that inner peace, that innate inner peace and freedom in the stillness that's always available. And your awareness moves like a light through all the fingertips and toes. You start to wiggle gently, waking up sensation. Eventually stretching your arms overhead, you take a reset. And you take your time to gather the knees in. We're going to roll to the left-hand side and take a pause. Remember your intention for practice, bringing it into your mind and into your heart and into your cells, infusing it into your whole being. And then using your hands as you're ready to slowly press on up. We're going to meet together again in an upright seat, finding a comfortable upright seated position. Bringing the hands together at heart center, feeling the thumbs connect to the center of the chest. Let's honor each other, this practice, and all of our intentions, and we're connecting together with the universal sound of one Om on the exhale. Om. My light honors the light in each of you. Namaste. And thank you for you. And thank you for practicing with me today. I really appreciate having you in class, in person and in the virtual world. Yona, Elaine, Kate, Liza, thanks for coming today.
Thanks,
Great
Sarah.
to have you.
Thanks, Sarah.
See you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Thanks so
Bye.
much, Sarah.
Thank you for
Wonderful
you.
class. See
See
you
you
soon.
soon.